Hello there, Cancer. How are you today? I hope you are doing well. Thank you so much for joining me. Divine Nudges. Getting ready to do a quick energy check in. I always say quick, but it's never really quick, Cancer. So forgive me. I tend to be long winded. In any event, this energy check-in is meant to be about what is blocking the sign of Cancer right now. Now, as you already know, Cancer, this is a collective reading, so not all of the messages are going to resonate with each of you. So you know the drill. You know the drill. Take what resonates and forget about the rest. Okay? Alrighty, let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get to it. Get our little spiritual hygiene going. Talk about these blocks so that we can get ahead of them or get through them. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are dead smack in the thick of it, so it's just about getting through it. Ooh, there may be some blocked communication going on at the moment, Cancer. For some of you. The star. Some of you are feeling very discouraged at the moment. Some of you are feeling very discouraged at the moment, okay? Maybe even in a state of despair about something, okay? Some of you keep trying. You're trying to stay positive. You absolutely are. You're praying. You're doing everything that you think you should be doing right, and yet and still there may be the feeling of a prayer having been unanswered, and so it's causing a little bit of faithlessness and discouragement. Okay, that's coming up as a block for you. Yeah, some of you are tired. Some of you keep going through the same things over and over again, and you just feel like you can't catch a break. Okay, you feel like you can't catch a break. Okay. Some of you feel we have the Four of Cups here. Some of you feel like you put your best foot forward, you're loving, you're kind, you're helpful to other people. And yet, you know, it's almost as if some of you feel like people attack you. Okay? When you're being as loving as you possibly can, people don't see it that way. They see it as if though you're someone to be attacked because that's how much on the defensive they become. Okay. So this has some of you really sad and in your feelings. Some of you feeling like you keep getting taken advantage of, like there's no sense in putting your best foot forward anymore because it means nothing. And even more than it not meaning anything, people don't respect it. They don't honor it. They don't appreciate it. This is how some of you feel. And some of you may want to check out the Capricorn reading because the King of Pentacles came out, and King of Pentacles could be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Some of you are the providers in your home, okay? And I got this same kind of energy for the sign of Capricorn. Some of you are the financial providers. You are the one who takes care of everyone, and yet and still you feel like you don't really get any support or respect. Okay, for some of you, this may be involving a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. I'm hearing loan. Some of you may be trying to get a loan right now. Or there's something going on in the banking industry for you. Some of you feel like you don't have the resources to do what you want to do. Okay. Some of you feel like Maybe some of you feel like you've taken on too much. You've taken on way too much. And that what you once thought was a wish, something that you once thought that you wanted, turned out to be more trouble than it's worth. And this could have something to do maybe with a home or some sort of a loan or some sort of something that ties your finances into this situation. I'm sensing Capricorn, and I've been sensing this all year, that there is relief coming your way, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And I think you need to continue to hear it. You need to continue to hear it, that you really will get to a place of peace. Um, I'm hearing that there are a lot of lessons that you've had to learn along the way. And it's not so much that, oh, the universe wanted to teach you a lesson. No, it's that you had to learn how to navigate this situation. So you made mistakes along the way. And it was those mistakes that set you back, not universal lessons for the sake of being tested and lessons being handed out to you. As a matter of fact, I'm sensing that the universe has been trying to assist you and help you along the way. And I'm not so sure that you've been receiving the universe's help. It's almost as if you want to do things your way, even if you're advised against it. You make up your mind and you like, it's almost like you tune out the wisdom that's actually meant to make a process less painful for you. Okay, so that's absolutely coming up as a block right now, and it's something that you need to tune into. Yeah, because some of you are sitting pretty financially. Okay, some of you really are sitting pretty financially. um but to whom much is given, much is required, right? And so the work that it takes to maintain, this throne that you're sitting on, it takes a lot of work. Hmm. Yeah, so some of you may have recently had a financial setback. You're feeling unlucky. You're feeling like you're failing at maintaining, whatever material wealth or whatever material objects you've acquired on your path. Maybe some of you have taken some hits, have taken a setback, or you're trying desperately to prevent one. Okay. But you feel like you feel like you don't have a choice but to move forward the way you think is the right way, Cancer. But the universe is saying no. Stop looking at those three cups. Stop looking at those three cups. Here is this huge, big cup that's filled to the brim. And look at how peaceful the face on that cup looks, right? That face looks so peaceful. You know what I mean? So, a little bit of stubbornness I'm sensing, a little bit of stubbornness, a little bit of being led by your emotions. It's almost as if you have to stop and process your emotions before you'll take a step forward. It's almost like you have to stop and feel sorry for yourself before you take the step forward. You know what it is, Cancer? You get stuck in being taken advantage of. And so you think that's the problem, to the point where when you hear valuable solutions, you discount them because you don't think that they're solving the problem, and which is that you're constantly being taken advantage of. You don't think that's solving the problem. And the issue is that you need to be more business minded. You need to lead more with your business savvy than with your emotions and your heart. Okay, so some of you may be leading with your emotions and your heart when you should be leading with intellect, business acumen, business savvy, business know-how, your logical mind, data, listening to those who have, been through what you've been through and they've applied a practical, systemic approach to it. Okay, because yeah, if you think the problem is that you're a victim every time you're good natured and good hearted, then you're going to be looking for solutions surrounding that. How do I make people value and appreciate me more? Baby, let me tell you that the world that we live in, it is almost human nature. Some people are in survival mode. Other people, were raised on, yeah, we're raised on survival instead of love. Like you can't change people, but there are certain structures, there are certain checks and balances, there are certain processes that you can put in place to control your situation and to protect your peace and your environment. Okay, so that's what you need to focus on. You need to focus on the practical approaches. All right, let's go to another deck to see what other messages there are for you, Cancer. Spirit, what else does Cancer need to know about what's blocking them right now? Yeah, some of you, oh man, yeah. Some of you have taken on a huge financial responsibility, okay? That you thought like, oh yeah, I'm going to get rich. I'm not going to have to worry about money anymore. I'm not going to have to this is a smart business move. This is going to I'll be able to retire off of this. I'll be able to. And as I said a few moments ago, to whom much is given, much is required. You really didn't realize going into something how much work it was going to be to maintain it. Okay, so you believed in the promises of money just like everyone else, right? We kind of all do. But it's like now you've come to the realization that it can actually be a trap. It can actually be a trap and make you feel like nothing is working out. So, for example, my loves, I'm thinking of buying a home. Buying a home is a huge responsibility. And if you're going to do it as an investment property, it's an even bigger responsibility. And I am telling you, first time home buyer classes and landlord classes that are like 72 hours long will never prepare you for the actual work that's required to maintain home ownership and property ownership. You are better off talking to people who have done it, who have actually done it and are willing to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly to determine if it is something that is actually for you. Are you built to handle it? Are you built to manage it? Okay, you're better off deciding like, okay, am I going to need somebody, and then assigning someone, like if you're married, deciding what your husband's going to be good at with managing it versus what you're going to be good at with managing it. If you lead with your heart too much, you're going to need someone who leads more with their mind, so on and so forth, Cancer. So if it's not a home, if it's something else, you really want to look at whether your personality is aligned with the path that you're going down. And I am not trying to discourage anyone from making any big investments or purchases, but I am trying to encourage you about being sober about it. It's not just easy peasy, I'm going to get rich quickly. No, it takes a lot of work. Yeah. Some of you may be finding ways to numb your frustration. If it's not alcohol, it could be through other substances or, you know, connecting with people, just any distractions. Okay. So, or some of you just feel like emotionally numb and you're trying to just like avoid your feelings, even if it's not. Like some of you might be feeling like you're checking out. Okay. With this four of cups here, now it's that's not going to help you. Okay. This thought of sudden wealth, again, there was just this misunderstanding that you had, Cancer, about like there was this misunderstanding that you had about what an investment truly was. You may even find that you've had to pour more into it than you've gotten out of it. Okay. Um, and so you feel overwhelmed and overloaded because there's a lot to maintain it. You may feel like you have way too many responsibilities, not enough time, not enough help, not enough resources. But Cancer, is that the case, or are you having trouble delegating? Okay, and really accepting help, and again, making sure that you're correctly assessing the situation through a practical sense, an intellectual sense, versus any, doing it with your emotions. Because if you're leading with your emotions, you're not assessing the situation. Bright ideas, it says here. You don't, and okay, so you don't even take action on your ideas. You don't take actions on the ideas of others. There are really good ideas that come to you, Cancer, about how to navigate your situations. And I'm seeing here where you're actually not, again, with this Four of Cups, out of all of the cards that are on the table right now, is the one that is sticking out to me the most, because I'm sensing you are getting more help than you're accepting. For some reason, you're being very stubborn about the ideas that people give you, the help that people try to offer you. It's like you just want to do things your way. That's a huge blockage for you right now. You're not equipped, and I'm just being very direct with you in this moment. It's not coming across like you're equipped to implement your ideas versus the ideas of those who are not leading with their heart. I know I'm repeating myself now, but okay. It says here, perfect fit. You're meant to be here. So for those of you who feel as though this was a mistake, you should have never done it, that's not true. This path, this achievement, what you've acquired, is absolutely meant for you. It is meant to help you with your retirement down the line. It is meant to help you build wealth. So for those of you who are now convincing yourself that it wasn't meant for you and that you incorrectly made that determination, that's not true. It absolutely was and is meant for you. Okay. That's not the problem. That's not the problem. Wrong decisions. Wrong decisions. Think before you act. Again, indication. So, reckless behavior can lead to bad consequences. Again, look at where this landed, right by this Four of Cups. You're leading with your emotions. Okay. In terms of your resources, all right, you need to use them wisely and as needed. And even more so with this closed doors here, you need to stop giving the wrong people access to you and your resources, because I'm sensing that's what the wrong decisions are, is that you need to set stronger and healthier boundaries. Stronger and healthier boundaries. You need to close the door on some of the shenanigans, Cancer. Okay, I'm going to pull a few more cards from this last deck, and then I will go ahead and close out the reading. Cancer, if you found this reading to be useful, please like, share, comment, or subscribe. I really appreciate it. Really, really do. All right, let's see here. Yeah, feeling lost. Now, so some of you, again, you've checked out. You've really, really checked out. And it says here, self-reflection brings clarity and purpose. Okay, so you need to check back in. Don't go too far down that rabbit hole where you give up on yourself. You are, yeah, self reflection twice. Time and self reflection brings clarity and purpose. And then it says here, looking inward helps you see what to improve and make better choices. Okay, so it's exactly what we've been talking about this whole time. Do not procrastinate. Let go of your arrogance and be more discerning about who you give access to you and your resources. Okay? Because this being unwilling to accept the ideas and solutions that other brings you is rooted in arrogance. It's rooted in an inability to see your flaws. In other words, if you're always overly giving of yourself, that's your fault after a while. You can't continue to blame the world when the world has proven to you time and time again that people respect boundaries more than they respect generosity. Okay, that people respect assertiveness more than they respect kindness. And if you refuse to see that because you think of yourself as, you know, a hero in someone's life or a sacrificial lamb, then in the end, it's on you, my loves. Okay? So you have to really understand that it's not that you can't be helpful. Okay? It's just that when you love others more than you love yourself, when you pour into others more than you pour into yourself, you're really not being the loving being that you think you are, because you deserve love too. And so if you're not loving yourself by constantly putting yourself in positions where you're vulnerable and being taken advantage of, then you're not being the loving being that you think you are. Okay? Your love should extend to you just as much as everyone else. This is a case of putting on your oxygen mask before you can help another. And you're trying to put on everyone else's oxygen mask first. Now you feel like you're suffocating. Okay, my loves? All right. I am so sorry because I feel like I'm lecturing you right now. um, but I just feel like this is the directness with which this message needed to be delivered. So, those who have ears to listen, I hope the messages have reached you. Cancer, be sure to check back in next week when I post the November postings for all of the signs. Okay? Until next time, take care.